following is a presentation of MRE Uno, Division 1.
Hello and welcome everyone to the final match of the Endangered 8 here for Jaws June for MRE Uno Division 1. Bringing you to live with some MRE Uno After Dark here, as is our final match of the round, determine the final spot in the Final Four, and it'll be happening in the Great White Shark region with our defending winner from last tournament, Ridley, #1 overall seed, going up against the 11 seed and the player who has definitely been on the biggest underdog run of this tournament here. Actually, no, second biggest, with Andreas Allen. Red is probably the biggest underdog run at the moment. But Allen with his first big run since 2024 2024 Space September, I think. It's been a very impressive showing from Allen here, and he looks to take things one step further and get his second career Final Four, and do so by taking down the person who won the last tournament. So we'll see if Allen's gonna be able to do that. We'll see if Ridley can make it back-to-back Final Fours. But with that all said, we'll get into it here with the preview for this matchup here. For both players, going in with different going in at different places. Coming into this one, Ridley already with the tournament victory, 8-1 record, 40-16 on the game record. Allen 4-3, 23-17, so he's still a little bit lower on the overall record. Not even ranked in the post-tournament 2 players poll. Ridley ranked number 4. Allen does have a bronze from that 2024 run, as I mentioned before. Then Ridley with the gold from last tournament. 8-10 on the career wins. So I mean, Ridley first season in D1, kind of catching up to Allen there. Really looking to get one more here tonight. Allen looking for his 11th, and then for CPU predictions, actually picked Allen to win this match, which is very interesting. Might be kind of calling back to him technically having a 100% win rate in this round, although it is off the data sample of 1. So going to be Allen's second run in the Endangered 8. We'll see how this shapes up for him here, but let's get things rolling here. Both players are not going to be in VC for this one, so I did have some questions pre-typed for both of them. So going into this one, we'll see what both players have to say. As after we get their thoughts, we'll get things rolling here. Voiles will be the ref for this one, and this will be a solo commentary for this match. So while we wait for the players' answers, I'm going to just read off the questions. Ridley, you're still going strong in the title defense mode heading into the Endangered 8, but you go up against Allen, who's been lurking under the surface up to this point and looks to strike now with nothing to lose. What's on your mind going into this night as you look to make it back-to-back Final Fours and keep the quest at the 2 peak going? And then for Allen, we haven't seen a run like this out of you since T5 of 2024. You're finally back in the Endangered 8 once more here as you face off against Ridley. The journey to the pantry is still going strong, but with the toughest challenge yet to this point, what do you think it's going to take to bring down the top seed and make it to your second career Final Four? So we'll see how this goes. Allen, on his journey to enter the pantry here, still got a few more matches to go to be able to do that. But a win here could be a big step in getting that dream of his accomplished. So we'll see what both have to say and then get things started. But both gonna type still for the moment. Oh, Turkey, I got a goal. They finally scored. What even happened there? It's just a bad defensive mistake. All right. For Ridley, I have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Locked in the Super League, and it's all about improving my resume now. Every game is about making no mistakes and letting the cards play for me. Hopefully, you get a good series tonight. I mean, the match with the After Dark match from last night was quite the spectacle, because I mean it was a 4-1 comeback, and Nick ultimately nabbing the win for his 12th of the season and his third consecutive Final Four. So we'll see if we get something similar where we get a long series where it goes down to the wire. Hopefully that is what we end up seeing, but Yeah, again, we'll wait to see what Alan has to say and then get things rolling. Yeah, Alan's just taking a minute. All right, here we go. For Alan, yeah, ironically, last time I made the run, I was on vacation. Just have fun because I don't know what T4 will bring and whatnot. As for Ridley, no idea who he is, so just having fun, I guess, and best of luck to him. All right, so Alan just kind of going with the vibes here, and we'll see if they are strong tonight here as we'll get things rolling. Ridley has to call for game one. We'll see where we kick this series off. If I had to guess, it's gonna be 15. Yeah, there you go. Ridley loves their full sends to start things out here. As blue 3 will be the opening card. Alright, got the blue 3. So we got a ditto right off the bat with the bot. Ooh, okay. Alright, gonna run blue for now. Yeah, so both players are liking this blue early on here, so uh, we'll be curious on who makes the first switch or the first draw, I guess, in that case, because Ridley has drawn on the blue 2 and is out. May have been wanting to switch a little bit earlier, but did not get it, and a bit of an expose there as Allen plays another blue and really going to get out of the blue, but not quite what they wanted to see there. Allen crossover into red. I would say slight advantage Allen at the moment, but still very early on in this game. What can Ridley do on this red here? Gonna have to try to find an answer on this one. Gonna play it cool for now, just go with red 7. And Allen will follow it up with red 0. Alright. Another draw from Ridley here. This is not really looking great early on. Allen just kind of rolling with the cards here, still on plan A. Look at how this is playing so far. I'm wondering what this hand is for Ridley, because, yeah, I was about to say, I was wondering if there's just a lot of ammo, and they don't want to necessarily burn it up yet. And I think we may have just seen that there, because +2 on the top, and then some skips to get out of there and go into yellow. But another crossover from Allen going in the green, going to deny Ridley the color. Alright. Ridley tried to go in with the yellow again, but Allen with a wild to block it, and Ridley now with a wild block it. All the ammo is coming out now all of a sudden. Everyone making moves left, right, and center. Allen gonna have to concede for now. Goes with green. And don't be surprised if he goes for another quick switch here in a minute, and there it is. Another switch into the red. Just seems to have the answers here. Another wild from Ridley though. Seemingly just been able to get it lined up. Allen with the thanks. Looking for the game here. Ooh, all right. That will be game. There it is. Wow, and I mean, technically, I think that actually does end up being a fatal switch in the sense. Because Allen had that stray red and would have had to burn something up and not have a finish if it wasn't for that second additional switch to the greens. So Allen able to use that to his advantage. But gonna get the opener on that one. All right. I mean that ends up being a plan A for Allen there. So it gets it done. But Ridley again gonna try to go with this full send. I feel like Ridley has a losing record on the full send, so it's always interesting to see Ridley want to continue to keep rolling here. All right. Let's quickly see what Allen has to say here. Just kind of just wondering how that kind of ultimately got formatted for him. Because he only drew twice, had that +2, but we'll see if maybe that +2 actually was helpful to getting that finish or even picking up a wild or something like that. And once we hear from him, though, we'll get the game too. Got lucky that game should have lost, but I had a +4 and yellow +2, and I got from his +2 or else I was losing. So for Allen, ultimately able to benefit from the draws. But we'll go to game two here, really trying to insist on that full send here. All right, yellow 6 will be the start on this one. Yeah, one up with the 7. Oops, sorry. All right. Getting underway. Gotta switch the green, but Allen is doing some light switching early on here. Set 2 switches so far, looking for his third. No, gonna stay with the blue for now, so takes a pause for the moment. Yeah, similar game one, we were on blue for a bit, but there's another switch from Allen. Goes with the green 3. Really just kind of been rolling with it so far. Ooh, and maybe one switch too many there. Allen gonna have to draw. All right. Running green for now. Allen with a top deck. Ridley still going on the green. Allen looking to get out of here. No way. Okay, so double green 4 there. So Allen actually going with a draw there when he had cards, which is interesting. And now he's gonna draw. So double draw there on that one. Another top deck though. Allen has been finding these green top decks. It's allowing him to stay in a spot where he's not losing too much of a lead to Ridley here. Ridley gonna jump on that too, the switch in the red, and that's gonna break things open for both players now. Alright. Red 8. Alright, Allen actually tried to go for the switch to the green, but Ridley again going to respond with a wild. I mean, Ridley's been having a few wilds so far early in this series. That ends up being their third. See what the response is from Allen. He switched the green, and Allen going to have to draw. And this is, I mean, it's exposing his hand a bit here, because, I mean, we saw the draws on green before, and now he's drawing on red. So, it's not looking great at the moment here. He's going to need to find that switch in the blue or yellow, most likely, but... Oh, or get the +2 there. So I was looking for something to close it off, and he does get it, but gonna be trying to find a switch now. Doesn't get it there. Can Allen produce the switch himself? No, he cannot. Yeah, I mean, for Ridley, feeling comfortable right now with the pace of things. Allen with another top deck. Ridley just kind of still keeps on trotting along here. Allen with nothing, and Allen is struggling to get out of this red, and Ridley gonna get out of it for him. But a good amount of damage done there. Ridley with a lead, and Allen gonna look to and try and regroup here in this blue. All right. Well, uses the blue to get out and goes into the yellow. So that was the other color I was saying that Allen's probably gonna want to use. Is this gonna help things though, or does really have a finish here? Saw the finish on the 5-card run in the last game. Ridley looking to take the full send out of the equation within the first 2 games. Would do so with a win here. Could be a 4-card finish. No, Ridley gonna draw actually. Took a while on the type there, but ultimately he's gonna draw. It still draws. Allen looking to play this yellow now, maybe finding an opening. Ooh, +2 there, so Ridley looking to cause a little havoc. Another +2. And a wild in the red, so I'm wondering if maybe that was the decision Ridley was trying to debate on, and maybe the draws were not really looking the way he wanted them to. Could have been part of the influence on that. But yeah, now we go here in a +4 from Allen. Going back into the yellow. And it's 7 cards apiece now. And now, after a bit of a run on yellow, both are drawing, and it's going to be a draw city here. And this game keeps on going, and this is looking to be a longer pace game here. No one really able to find that direct answer to get to that win. Allen left the skip open and really going to capitalize, switches into red. So it's going to open things up a little bit for both. Ditto play there on the red 7. That actually is going to allow Allen to switch it in the green, though, so uses that to his advantage, both running it down on numbers. Getting close to halfway through the deck here. Both kind of getting lower and lower here. Ridley at 5, Allen at 6. Allen maybe looking for the win outright, though. And he will get it. Wow, 6. So 5-card finish from Allen in the first game, and now it's going to be a 6-card finish in the second. And that is 2-0 here for Allen to start things off. And this full send, again, has not been working for Ridley. So, yeah, Allen ends up getting it done there. So, see what Allen says here, and I'll throw in a question for Ridley as well. Oh, US. No, never mind. Offsides. For Allen, feels good, man. Feels like 2024 T5 all over again. And then for Ridley, asking them about asking them about any takeaways they may have from their first 2 games here. All right. About that game though, Draw City helped a lot, so I'm getting a lot of that hand through Draw City. Not really much I could do when I don't win the draw wars, come back from down 4 in some long series, so yeah, really definitely not out of it, still a long way to go, but Helen has the call here. Alright, so Alan gonna take a break from the high tier here, gonna go with 8 cards. Alright, oh, Turkey, I just took the lead. Alright, Alan gonna switch the green here, open this one up. And we're really gonna just kind of roll with it for now. Alan was maybe hoping for a way to get out of there quickly, did not find it. So this is an early draw city on the green here, which um we saw game two be one on draw city in the last one. We'll see how this one shapes up here. So +4 gonna break it up here. It's gonna throw Ridley back a little bit more. We run yellow. All right, and looking to try to get something going here, and a little bit of a weird skew there. The ampersand, there's only one ampersand there. We are gonna get that switch to blue. Yeah, but Allen with a big lead here. It's really gonna have to try to make up some ground. That's interesting. Really, actually switching up the number there, the play. The original message had blue 8, but this one goes blue 1, unless that was just like a typo. Oh man, and that's looking to be another finish there, and unbelievably, that is another fatal switch from Ridley. Man, this is not going good for Ridley here at the moment. But for Allen, this has been a dream come true. As capitalizes on another fatal switch to get it done here. Yeah, now it's 3-0. We saw a big comeback here yesterday, and Ridley is looking like he's gonna have to pull another one here if he wants to stay alive in this tournament. Alright, well, I don't got much on that one. Ultimately that ended on a fatal switch there, but we're gonna go to game 4. Well, this is not looking good for Ridley at the moment, so gonna need to muster something up here. Otherwise, for Allen, second Final Four and a step closer to the pantry will be in his future. Gonna go with 9. And this has been all Allen so far here, and for Allen, he is looking to keep it this way. Gonna go with the yellow 9 to kick things off. And he's gonna ditto the yellow 9. That is the second time we have seen that in this series where the first turn ends up being a ditto to the bot. And both able to run yellow this time. But Allen with only one card on yellow, and we'll have to draw. Really able to keep it going though. Really definitely needs to pick up this game win here. Having to make a reverse sweep is definitely not the ideal scenario. So would like to get at least one on the board. Alright, really looking good so far. Switches to red, hasn't drawn yet. Currently on plan A. Has the lead as we speak. Allen looking to reel him back in though. Just playing his reds, but really has not missed a beat so far in this game. Been able to play every turn so far. Been all numbers at the moment. And Allen gonna go for that switch on the blue with the 0. Haven't seen the blue. We have not seen the blue though, and that's gonna be a slap in the face for Alan there. Ridley with the +2, gonna throw 2 more cards Alan's way. Plan A still going for Ridley. Ridley is down to 2 cards. Could be just the game he is looking for. To get back into this series, as Alan gonna go with a double play here. Ooh, and Ridley would check. Goes the green. Alan needs to find a way out of this green, or that will be game. Or a +2. There's the +2, so keeps the game alive. Throws 2 cards in Ridley's hand. Ridley back up to 3. Alan down to 3 as well. Ridley able to play that green 7. May have been the finish right there. Alan gonna power play and snatch it away. Most likely looking at a finish here. Oh man, and a +4 coming into the picture for Alan. It is now 4-zip. And it's really gonna have to make a reverse sweep. That's what happens when you don't power play in a while with a win. I think for Ridley maybe was considering the power play there, and he's gonna walk in and end up regretting that. So yeah, this has not been looking good for Ridley here. And I mean, unfortunately, especially on the +4s here, this has not been looking good. 5-0 on the +4s. That's been the big difference maker here. And this is unfortunately looking very eerily similar to how Mark went out in the last tournament. So really gonna have to pull off an incredible reverse sweep here. Otherwise, that will be it. But yeah, I mean, still in it, but it's gonna be a long road. Gonna get a quick thoughts here from Ridley. As Ridley once again gonna go on 15 and is going to say that they are going to die on this hill, and very much could die on this hill in the game 5, as the first 2 attempts they did not win. Maybe third time could be the charm, or it will be 3 strikes or out. Ridley, wish I could say anything other than good cards. We'll use power play for any win. Alright, so Ridley gonna look to try to go for the early power play here to at least get on the board, as well as considering defensive usage as well, if given the opportunity. So, alright, game 5, Ridley gonna go with the full send again. We'll see if Ridley can make this comeback, or if Allen maybe goes with a 5-0 sweep here. Uh, 15. Yep, Ridley wants 15. Ooh, we get a +4 start here on the full send for game 5. Really gonna draw for the culture. I don't know if Allen does culture. Allen will do the culture. So there we go. So this becomes the unofficial 16 card start here as we get going. Alright, Ridley will open things up on green here. We'll see what kind of strategy Ridley will go for here. With that start, Alan gonna try to deny the green and switch right away to red. And both just gonna keep running red for now. Yeah, both on this red here, just kind of keeping it rolling. And then we got a wild yellow here from Ridley, gonna try to get that switch manually and keep their run going. All right, go for yellow 7. All right. It's just kind of been a numbers game so far here. No one doing anything too crazy here. Oh, and just I say that, +2 from Allen. He'll take the lead on that one. Yeah, I mean, the big question is going to be how does this power play come into effect here? Because I think for Allen, his usage is going to be pretty straightforward, but for Ridley, um, how is it going to come across here? Will Ridley be able to use the power play offensively? Will they give them the chance to? Will they have an opportunity to play defense if they need to? We'll see, but I mean, a +2 from Ridley back is going to reset things a little bit. Allen with a draw, that's going to be an opening for Ridley. And Ridley will take it by switching to yellow. We'll just kind of continuing to run it for now. Blue 9 for Ridley there. And the double from Allen. Allen just trying to bring things back just a little closer here. Ridley with the lead, but not really a comfortable lead here. It's only a 1.5 card lead. He's really trying to look to make some separation. Really taking a minute. To regroup here. We'll see what they go with next. All right, +2, gonna create some more separation. Goes down to 4. Allen back up to 9. Allen out on blue. This is a good opening for Ridley here. Looking to get on the board to prevent the sweep and maybe start this reverse sweep. Ooh, and that will do it. So Ridley is going to get on the board here and doesn't even have to use the power play to get it done. Has a +4, first +4 of the series for Ridley there, and a wild, and it ends up being 3rd time's the charm on the full send. And yeah, technically a rainbow finish, but it used a few different cards to get there. But all right, so yeah, Allen not gonna get the sweep here. If Ridley gets one on the board, the it does not have to die on the hill of 15 because it did finally work out for them here. But that also means the full send is off the board for good for the rest of the series. Yeah. Would love to keep getting some of that. Gotta win 4-1. I can't do that off of heart alone. So, really gonna stay with high tier. That's been really what they've been uh preferable to. So for Allen, looking to try to close this one out, but we'll see what he can do here. Gonna go with game 6. All right, red skip to open this one. All right, and I'm really not gonna jump on the open skip here. Gonna close the door. Gonna start off with red, and that will be what both players run. So I mean, this is the thing though, because I mean, for Ridley on the track to try to make this reverse sweep, but if they do win this game, gonna have to endure 2 homestands from Allen, where he's gonna have the control here. And based off how we've seen this so far, I don't think Allen is gonna go high tier, and so Ridley's gonna have to figure out a way to play through that, because can't go back on the high tier when you don't have the call, and I don't think Allen is gonna go much higher than 10. So. Let's see how this one shapes out to be, but running green for the moment. All numbers so far in this game. Ridley going to draw, and not looking good here. Ridley is having some concerns here. Feels like it is looking to be very much over here for them. And Allen just kind of getting the runs here. Down to 5, switching to red. Ridley drawing again. I think for Ridley, this might be a situation where they are scrambling to find like a top deck +4, which is not an ideal spot to be. Switch to yellow. Gotta wonder how much time does Ridley have left. Do we see potentially a defensive power play come out? Ridley is not happy with their hand. Yeah, and there it is. All right. I don't know if I don't think that was really one they wanted to use there, but um, yeah, I think that one is ultimately just going to try and get an extra card in Allen's hand and maybe throw him off. And well, he does draw on the yellow here, so very least the yellow is working out for the moment for Ridley. Although unfortunately, may have been a situation where they may have not needed to use the power play, but we'll see. Skip in a draw from Allen. Allen drawing again. This yellow has not been doing him many favors at the moment, and Ridley is slowly trying to bring this one back with a hand that they have cited as the worst hand they have ever seen in Uno, which based off that I'd have to guess it is a pure numbers hand. All right, yellow 7 here. There's the switch into red. Crossover into blue though, and we are suddenly tied. No crossover. That's the rainbow there. So Skittles on that one. Go with the yellow, red, blue, green. Now back to blue. Both are getting really low here. Both are down to 3 cards. Very much could we see a power play here, and there it is. Allen gonna power play right there. Really did get down to 3, but gonna fall just a bit short on this one here, unless there's a mistake from Allen. +4, double blue 5 there, and that is it. So Allen actually had the card efficiency covered on that one there if he didn't have the power play, but Allen gonna do it and move on. I forgot to add the win for Ridley. I don't know how that happened, but Allen gonna win it 5-1 and move on to the Final Four for the second time in his career. really able to get the get take advantage on that one there and gets the job done. Um, I'll take it lucky all day no skill. All right. So Alan, feeling like he got the better draw on that one, but absolutely gonna take that one. But for Alan, it was just kind of doing a good job, making sure he didn't shoot himself in the foot and taking advantage of what he was given. So doing some good stuff there, and he goes on to the final four to face I believe Nam who actually just joined the VC. Um, but yeah, Alan gets the win here. We'll get some post game thoughts from Alan and Ridley, and then we'll wrap this one up here as we got our final four set. All right, so Ridley can't do anything with that kind of luck. Congrats to Alan making the final four. Hope it doesn't run out for you like it did me. I will have you take 8-2 in championship for my first 10 D1 series. And then for Alan, asking him his thoughts on the final four match and the victory tonight. Um, and for Alan, he says he loves Nam and that is his guy. So I'm a big fan of that matchup. We'll see what he has to say. As I actually think Alan is the first novice to make a Final Four this season. That I need to double check that, but yeah, it is. Uh, yeah, I believe that is to be the case because, yeah, it has not been a very good season for the novice class, all things considered. So a bright spot there at least, and ironically, I think the only novice who had a medal coming into this season was Allen, and he's maybe en route to get his second, depending on how this goes for the Final Four. So that's kind of an interesting tidbit there, but honestly don't know what to say. I just hope I play well the rest of the tournament and see where it lies. So, all right. So for Alan, very excited for the win here, and he is hoping keep things rolling here. We'll get some quick thoughts from Lee and then wrap this one up. All right. Some of this might have been slightly answered by the post game quote, but we'll get some quick thoughts here from Ridley if they're still around, and then move forward as Ridley actually shows their hand here. We'll take a look as yeah, a lot of yellow, 3 zeros there, and then had some number connections, but yeah, as I was thinking, it was majority numbers only had that blue skip there, so it was kind of a bit of an uphill battle for Ridley in that game, but ended up coming pretty close, got down to 3 cards, but ultimately just little too late there at the end. But they did get it. They did get a game at least, so it wasn't a sweep, but obviously a disappointing result for Ridley here. Was hoping to get a little bit more out of this one, but in the end, we'll have to settle for an endangered 8 appearance, and I think would be locked in 8th place because they were the only one who went 6. So yeah. But yeah, we'll see what Ridley says, and then kind of get this one wrapped up and going here. This ultimately ended up being a pretty quick series. Unfortunately, bit of a contrast to what we had from yesterday's Mariano After Dark, but that is just gonna happen sometimes. And then for Alan, left his post control. Read this here with Ridley. Played great, but it was all luck tonight. Was more important. I need to take a vacation every tournament because that's where luck is. Can't wait to play Nama and maybe make a finale. So yeah, vacation. Alan is back and thriving. The quest to the pantry continues on, and we'll see how this one ends up going. As well, again, just kind of waiting for Ridley's thoughts here. All right. Can't be too disappointed with the run I've been on. 8 series win streak is something that is an easy achievement. Proud to be already locked into Super League. And so, yeah, I mean, yeah, Ridley has mentioned this before. They're just kind of the locked in the Super League thing has been a big thing for them. So, just kind of been able to ride on that one. I agree with the vacation opinion. So, yeah, it seems like my cruise was during my championship run. Okay, so we have been having a lot of people who are just thriving on vacation here. So, unfortunately, that might, or well, fortunately, maybe I don't know. I don't know how you interpret that, but that might give some people ideas, especially if they're in a bit of a drought at the moment. So we'll see if that actually ends up developing to be a trend as the season goes on, where there ends up being more vacations. But yeah, well, that will do it for this stream. And Allen gonna get the win, moving on to the Final Four here. And I think that's only the second time an 11 seed has ever made the Final Four. So the 11 line, which was historically one of the worst lines in league history, is actually starting to slowly make a comeback here. So we'll see what happens. But Allen gonna face Nam in the Final Four. We got our Final Four set. We do have our first Final Four match looking to take place on Sunday at 2 p.m. between Nick and King of Red, the top seed, the second highest seed of the tournament going up against the lowest seed of the tournament. So we'll see how that one plays out here as we are going to wrap things up here. Thank you all so much for watching this stream. On behalf of the Mariano team, including myself, our referee, Voiles, both their players, and everyone came out to watch. Thank you all so much for watching this stream. Congrats to Allen on making it to the Final Four for the first time since T5 2024, his second Final Four in his career. And we will see you on Sunday for the start of the Final Four. If not, maybe earlier if Nam and Allen schedule for Saturday. I don't know if that's an option though. But until I don't think it is actually, no. But until then, I'm G-Man. Thank you all for watching, and have a great night.